Yeah, good afternoon. A 63-year-old man having a hip replacement was earlier done and difficulty in walking, sitting and going up and down. He was 8 years back, totally was done, and 2 times he had a developed dislocation. Again, he was reoperated. After 1 year, again he slept down, and he had a fracture and he was operated again. So when he has come to me, this was a picture.
Okay, he had 2 surgeries and he has got a loose cage here. Okay, carry on, Rajshekhar.
Yeah, so this is the lateral view and the sort of judate views, you can say, iliac oblique and obturator view. And this is the distally, there is a many holes are there. I don't know for what purpose. They must have put a plate distally and cement to, just to see the cement. And this is a CT scan.
Before you go on to that, the panel can take it on. Go to the pre-op X-rays, please.
Yeah, back side?
Yeah, back, please.
Yeah, X-ray. Yeah.
So he's got a loose stem. He's got a loose cage floating around. No infection, we presume.
No infection.
Who in the panel wants to take it? Yeah.
In my hands, I'd probably do a custom triflange for this. It just makes it easy. I get inferior, superior fixation, but it does take some time to get it made.
Yeah, I would probably consider a T-Mars trabecular metal cup with augments, obviously have a cup cage standby as well with it.
So Rajshekhar, what did you do here to rule out pelvic discontinuity?
No, I just did a CT scan and see that I didn't have any other option to see except CT scan. And if there was, you can see the CT scan, there was a centrally, the floor, there was a fracture. But in the axial section, if you can see, there is only the posterior superior or posterior wall which looks like deficient. And column part was intact. So that's what I was thinking. But I planned for everything on table. I was thinking in a judge.
Okay, fair enough. So tell us what you did, yeah.
So when I opened up and there was a defect in the posterolateral and posteriorly. So the whole, I think maybe while doing a primary hip, there was a wall was not there. That's why they must have gone to the cemented type of cage. So superior also, the wall was deficient, column was intact. And this was like a type 2B defect. Then this was
Tell us, Rajshekhar, at this point, if you find there is discontinuity and you recognize it per op, what did you do? Would you plate the column? What did you do?
I wanted to put the plate on the posterior column because the anterior, superior, everything was intact.
Okay, so who in the panel would agree with him and say that, when they went in, they found a discontinuity which they didn't expect, they would put a posterior plate. Who would do that?
This would be a chronic discontinuity. Yeah. So I think the healing potential is going to be negligible. So I would treat it as chronic discontinuity and probably consider either distraction or...
Yeah. So that's the message for the audience. So unlike in your post-trauma situations where you find you can always go in and plate is an excellent option, post-traumatic, whereas here it occurs in the background of osteolysis. So even if you plate, it has got no potential for union. It's a chronic discontinuity. So you should not plate it and think that's going to work. You should have some other reconstructive option in hand. Yeah, carry on. Tell us what you did.
So this was a type 2 defect and able to get the good cup fit and the augment with the trial augment. With the temporarily was fixed with the K-wire. I was able to get good fixation and the final cup and augment was fixed with the augments. And I cemented the poly in a required antiversion. And the femoral side, the distally cement was very good. I just end up in a cemented stem, able to get a good equal limb length and able to manage this. And this was the follow-up. Patient is doing well. And he had pre-operatively a lot of weakness in the abductors and extensors, but he had some amount of weakness still there and he had little lurch is there. And this was the...
Go to the post-op X-rays, please. The panel can comment on it.
Go back.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the one, yeah. Whenever there's a skirted head, it always worries me. There's something else going on. Yeah. What about the panel? What do they think?
No, it's just a protrusio liner that he cemented in and it is sticking down further. There's a little bit of risk of increased dislocation if he hyperextends, but I'm not worried about it. I think it's a beautiful job.
All right, that's a very job well done, Rajshekhar. Well, fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, generally good job, but if he's cementing inside cement, he should have been able to mitigate the skirt issue.
That's exactly
You're
the
saying
point.
a smaller cup, right? Right, Amar? Yeah, a smaller cup in.
No, I'm saying, but he changed the stem. He cemented inside cement with the stem, and then he still had to use a skirted head. So he could have figured out a way to get either a bigger stem in there or cemented up higher.
Yeah.
Then he wouldn't have to have the skirt.
Yeah. So that's the point. So whenever you find skirted heads, that means, there's something unexpected happened. That's why you need to use these bigger. Otherwise, there are much better ways that could handle that situation. Thanks, Rajshekhar.
Thank you, sir.